Perfect. So yeah, no news today. Alright, so I'm gonna start doing pre-market analysis here. Okay. Alright, so we're super early today, so I'm gonna go all the way from the highest time frame down. And then look, monthly volume imbalance, and also monthly fair value gap. This has my attention. Let's drop down to weekly. It's not unmitigated anymore. I don't know why I kept marking it out as unmitigated. It's not unmitigated. It's been mitigated. I don't know why I had that. Because it used to not be unmitigated. That's why. Okay, so weekly implied for VIGAP, monthly volume balance. Right, we still have the SMD with YM. Let's go back and look at that. Yeah, there's definitely SMD with YM still. Kind of feels like it's still good. Run these low resistance highs. I mean, just based off of the chart, technicals and stuff, it still feels like we might go, you know, finish running these low resistance highs. Because we never hit previous month's high. Yeah, definitely still have SMT with this low. So, market maker buy model right here. You know what? You know what I just realized? Oh, it's probably not the time to be looking at that. it's not. Okay, let's move on. What happened to my templates? What happened? Oh my gosh. I don't have any of my indicators, dude. What the heck? What just happened? What is going on? What? Where did it? It's a good thing I'm early right now. It is a good thing I'm early because I don't know. It's not ideal. goodness, bro. I was gonna say, that was weird. Wow, I'm glad that fixed itself. Alright. Okay. Back to what I was looking at. Alright, so you can see as that daily IVG closed, we have one final wick down, then bump up. Okay, so here we have True Week open of last week. We have a new True Month open.
Are you guys awake?
I am. They're asleep.
Oh, well, we're going to the beach. So, if you guys want to come, you can come. We're going to the beach. Should we go get Grandma and Grandpa? What's their room number?
Can I talk? Hang on. and last week's True Week Open over here. So we just kind of went up into this monthly volume imbalance. Looks like it almost came down and backfilled it. We have a previous month's high above. Alright, finally. So now I can talk normally. So as you guys can tell, it's a little different right now, right? Obviously, it's not the normal spot. My family's on a little family trip, and, well, I'm obviously still going to do my thing, but I gotta kind of, you know, have a little bit of respect for everyone else. So, but yeah, I'm going to be doing my thing as always. Luckily, I got on the charts super early today, so yeah, we really got plenty of time here. We still got 45 minutes until the market opens. I've been on the higher time frame, but we're getting down to the lower time frame here. And yeah, right now from this point on, it should be pretty normal. We're just gonna be locking in here and getting on the charts, looking around, seeing what we got going on. Yeah, sorry about the beginning of the stream. There's really nothing I can do about it, but I'm just trying to get on the charts, show up every day, and that's what matters to me. Let me know what you guys are thinking. I want to hear all of your guys' thoughts. But yeah, it's time to lock in. Hopefully we can get a good read on the market today. What up, Hyper? Good to see you, bro. Good to see you. And yeah, hopefully that makes sense, right? Kind of have to make do with the whatever situation's going on. So far, I'm not really sure yet. But as you can see, this is chaos right now. But we're trading back within this daily volume imbalance. We technically inversed the daily SIBI, but I mean, to be fair, it's not really a clean inversion. So anyway, there's a couple things, right? We got previous week's high above, we got previous month's high above. We're trading back within the daily volume balance. I haven't really got to the medium or the lower time frames yet, but you know, we're still gathering information, so we'll see. You know, the daily inversion actually did not inverse that cleanly. Wouldn't be surprised if it actually held it, but also it feels like eventually we'll go to previous month's high, but I could be wrong. It could be a rejection, so we'll just have to see. Let's lock in. Exactly, bro, exactly. Let me know what your thoughts are. Once again, sorry it was kind of a weird start to the stream, right? But we're back. Stream is normal now, right? So the stream is normal now, and I'm talking, right? But yeah, but nothing I can really do about it. We're just you know, we're just here. We just gotta, you know, make do with the situation at hand, and then get back to the charts, start trading. So yeah, once again, just gonna be trying my best here as always. You know, let me know your thoughts, because trading is stupidly hard. But yeah, I think a big thing from today that I'm interested in is watching how we interact with this daily volume balance. And you know, obviously we have the giant new week opening gap that formed, that was like 400 points, so that could be interesting. Let's check to see if we have an RTH gap, and why is there no RTH gap button? Oh, because it's there. It is. So RTH gap will form, let's see, 300. So once again, sorry for the chart being a little messy, but you know, we kind of just have to. So RTH gap will be to the upside. I only have one screen today, by the way, once again, because if you didn't see, I posted an announcement a couple days ago. It'll be a little different this week. Once again, not really in my control, not really what I would want, but you know, I kind of have to make do with whatever's going on. So yeah, the overnight gap will form to the upside here. So I guess we can mark out that. But yeah, let me know your thoughts. Honestly, I have not got enough information to really know for sure yet. At all. At all. and honestly haven't even got to the low time frame in any way. So why does it feel like that is not? Yeah. Anyway, it's fine. Did I miss anything? No, bro. The beginning of the stream, I literally didn't say anything. There's nothing you missed. The beginning of the stream, I wasn't even able to talk. So you're totally good. Honestly, I still don't really know exactly what the vibes are for today, but we're figuring it out. You know, sometimes you get these type of days where you're really not sure, and you just kind of just have to go with the flow and fake it till you make it, and then eventually you start to really actually get an idea. So it's all good. I'm gonna figure it out. But if you guys have a really good idea on what to see today, let me know for sure, because I want to hear your thoughts. And yeah, so I guess I just like taking notes of anything that I notice, right? So RTH gap will form to the upside. RTH gap will form to the upside. I think the most interesting part about today is we're trading back within this daily volume balance here, right? So that's just gonna be in my head, that RTH gap. Wow, this toolbar is kind of like really not. It's kind of just in the way, isn't it? Like, I want to get to the low time frame, but I really don't want to make. I want to make sure I don't miss anything. Like, you know, it's always helpful to not miss anything. Obviously, there could be a Reaper imbalance somewhere within here. That maybe could be helpful. So, like, I guess if we came down to here, like, that could be a significant Reaper imbalance. So I'm just gonna kind of like very, very briefly mark this out. I'm not gonna mark this out a lot. I'm just gonna kind of put it in my head, put it in the back of my mind, right? Because it's the highest series of up close candles before the move lower on the other side of the curve of the model, right? So if it came down, back tested that would be very, very interesting, right? So these are just all different observations I'm making. What's up, random guy? Dude, it's a little different today. So I'm gonna actually fix the lighting a little bit. So it's a little different today, random guy. Obviously, you can tell I'm not in my normal setup, and there's nothing I can do about that. I'm just on a trip with my fam, and so kind of just making do with what I can. But I'm still showing up to the market every single day. And yeah, I'm not really sure what to think so far. So we're gonna figure it out as we go. But like I said, like I've been saying, we're trading back within this daily volume balance. That is you know, something that I'm looking at, and we'll just have to see. I mean, we obviously had an accumulation here. I'm just trying to make sure I don't miss anything on the higher time frame before I get to the lower time frame. But we're starting to get lower on time, so I probably just need to move on. There's also looks like a new day opening gap there. Yeah, we should probably just get to the lower time frame. I honestly think that I'm wasting a little bit too much time on the higher time frame. So let's probably just drop down. You know, it's a 4-hour outside bar. So anyway, yeah, let's just drop down to the lower time frame. I think it's okay. So I'm gonna get rid of that higher time frame stuff. Monthly volume balance, I'm gonna keep that. It might end up being, you know, we trade off a gradient or something. But yeah, draws and liquidity to the upside, previous week's high, previous month's high. It kind of just feels like a buy model. Like, doesn't this just feel like accumulation? Then we manipulate into the weekly gap, and then we inverse the daily, and then we're on our way back up. And typically when you void down like that violently, it's inducing people to sell to buy back above these highs. And it's like we have equal highs above. I mean, that kind of makes sense to me. Relatively equal highs here. Kind of feels like it voided down for that exact reason, right? Like, it's just faking people out when this is probably one of the most obvious buy models ever. But that's just me. That's just me. I mean, you guys think if it's bearish, let me know what you think. But I mean, to me, it just feels like it's just inducing shorts. That's the whole point of the NWOG here. Is this is just an inducement. I think it's bullish, but if closed below 24,904, I'm gonna try to short to 750. I could be wrong. I know that. Dude, I love that. I love that. Gonna try to short to 24,750. Yeah, the thing is, it's also Monday, right? So Monday, it could accumulate, it could manipulate, right? Even if the higher, that's why I should probably get off the higher time frame too much, because it's like higher time frame's helpful, but not as much on a Monday, right? Because Monday is just, a lot of time it's just gonna accumulate or manipulate. It's not necessarily, or it's like most time it's not gonna manipulate, but it will a lot of time accumulate or not do anything. So you really just gotta be careful of that. Where's London and Asia today? Let's check. So looks like we swept out London low with SMT. That could end up being bullish, but it also might end up creating a new SMT to revert back. Once again, guys, just trying my best. Trading's so hard, but every day we get a little better. My chart is such a mess. Oh my gosh. But we still got 32 minutes. That's the nice thing about getting on the charts before everyone else, is like you got so much more time to really get an idea of the market, and like, it just gives you so much of an advantage compared to everyone else. You got all this information that no one else has. So yeah, draws and liquidity to the upside, previous week's high, previous month's high. It's possible we might need to come down, suit midnight, and then go higher. Man, I really wish. Sometimes I get in the there are some days that I will absolutely just start cooking in the flow state, and then other days, like, it's just I'm not there yet, and I feel like I'm trying my best, but I'm not there yet. But it's all good. It's all good. It's all good. Yeah, I mean, we're back trading within this daily volume balance. And once again, obviously, I gotta be aware that I'm like not, I'm gonna probably be on the lower time frame anyway, because I end up taking a lower time frame trade. Okay, yeah, let's just get down to the lower time frame here. So yeah, this looks like accumulation, right? Looks like we kind of have two different accumulations. We just took London low. With SMT. My guess is that manipulated 130 And that is correct. Once again, a lot of time the higher time frame analysis ends up conflicting with the actual lower time frame wants to even do. It's kind of, it almost makes higher time frame analysis feel pointless, but I'm still gonna always do it because I know that, you know, by having that in the back of my mind, one day, by having the higher time frame in mind, I may take profit with stop loss, and then I might catch like an insane trade to the higher time frame drawn liquidity, and that alone makes it worth it for me to do the higher time frame analysis, even when it's kind of like it feels like it's kind of pointless, right? Because it usually conflicts with whatever the lower time frame idea is. But that's just me. Y'all let me know what you think about that. But it kind of feels like accumulation happened here. Remember, and then min 130 gets manipulated right here. So it's like, look at that. Look at how the true open gets used, right? True session open.
Hey, you coming out to the beach or not?
Sorry, I'm working right now.
Oh no, you're chilling, bro.
Okay,
See ya.
later. So, obviously this was AMD for pre-New York. Hey, Hyper just bought Jake Trades Elite. Thanks, man. I appreciate it, bro. I'm gonna try and make Jake Trades Elite a much better experience. I'm really working on it every day. I'm trying to make it better. So, dude, I appreciate you guys. Mondays are always bad, dude. I know, right? It literally is just like, you know, most likely gonna accumulate, but we still show up. And a lot of time, you know, even though Monday's accumulation, within accumulation, you're still getting AMD, just on the lower time frame. So that's why we still show up every day, right? That's why, because within it, we still end up getting AMD, you know. But the important thing is we just got to keep showing up. Just literally just keep showing up, and every day you get a little better. So obviously we had a AMD to the upside within pre-New York here. I mean, it's really easy to see what happened like in the most recent time frame. But that's honestly how you get better, is you're able to see the patterns. You can see like, okay, this is what just happened. Like, you start to get an idea of what's possibly going to happen. It feels like there might not be a ton more draws in liquidity when we get to the top of the daily volume balance. So we'll see. But once again, guys, I am working on trying to make Jake Trades Elite way better. I still need to fully post my archives, because what's gonna happen is I want to make all my archives from the past, you know, years and years. Like, I have trade archives going back like since a year and a half ago, and they just keep going. And so I know this is helpful for a lot of people. So I'm gonna have these be available to anyone who's the Jake Trades Elite, who gets that. And there's just a whole bunch of other stuff that I want to, you know, include, because I think it's just, you know, I want to make that a better experience. But yeah, 130 got manipulated. Like, I want to get to the lower time frame. I'm just trying to really not miss anything. It's hard. We still have 24 minutes till market open. You're bullish AF. Hey, that's valid. That's valid. I appreciate your thoughts, random guy, dude. I really I really do, actually. So, Okay, so yeah, we definitely had AMD pre-New York. It was probably off a 1 hour gap. Okay, I actually have to use the bathroom real quick. But we still got plenty of time, so. Yeah, I mean, I'm just trying to gather all the information that we need, right? It's not easy. Sometimes you feel brain dead looking at these charts. You're like, what am I even looking at? But you slowly start to cook. Wild Mike, I can't hear anything. Yeah, because I went to the bathroom. Wild Mike, yeah, I told you I'm on a I told you I'm on a trip with my fam. There's nothing I can do about it. Well, I guess I could have brought my mic. Next time I'll bring my mic. That was on me. That was on me. But it's just the webcam mic. That's why. But it's not terrible. It's just not as good as my other one, right? So, man, like sometimes, like I said, guys, sometimes it's like, what the heck do I even look at? Let's just get to the lower time frame. Honestly, I think we're ready to get to the lower time frame here. We're aware of that. The market kind of just voided down into these lows to maybe induce longs. We're aware of that, so I think we're good enough to just get moving onto the lower time frame, honestly, because we have that concept in mind. So let's just jump down to the lower time frame, and we do have a 15-minute BPR, and it does feel like London ended up just inducing. We induced London lows here with SMT. What is this? Yeah. But, you know, theoretically, could we end up having this below resistance? Yeah. I mean, it's possible. So, okay. What low is this? Is this... You would think that would be London low, right? No, it wouldn't. That'd be Asia low. So this is Asia low down here. No, this is Asia low. Psych. Okay. Never mind. So I guess we'll have a BPR in here somewhere. So a 15-minute BPR. So we'll see how we interact with that. But yeah, sometimes it's like you literally don't know what to look at, but you just gotta start. You just gotta start getting on the charts and looking around. Let me know what you guys are thinking, because, you know, it's not easy. And I honestly want to get consistently on the lower time frame by market open, because if I'm not, then I miss the good trade, right? Which is not ideal. So it's like sometimes I'm too slow. I'm that way with school. Like when I take a test, like I'm always the slowest one because I do all my due diligence. I do every little step, and I'm like, okay, well now I wasted all my time, so I should like get to the point. That's something I gotta work on, but it's all good. It's just my personality. I like taking a ton of time on stuff, and it's like, well, I really gotta get to the point. $7 a.m. withdraw on liquidity. It won't chop today. I'm trying to read everything. I'm trying to short NQ actually. Yes, sir. Dump it. 7 a.m. withdraw on liquidity. 7 a.m. highs first, then dump. I definitely see both. Definitely see that as a possibility. This will be a draw on liquidity for sure. 7 a.m. highs, right? It's a rejection block. So maybe you end up using the rejection block as a PD array to then look for 30-second change in state and short off of it, or a 30-second IFG and short off of it. It'll be at the highs of the daily volume imbalance. And if you think about it, like what draws on liquidity are you really targeting? I guess, to be fair, you know, there's previous week's high, and we'll probably want to figure out what the POC of this is. Let's mark this out. So there is like somewhat of a lot of transactions within this range that could be targeted. So you could mark this out as like a draw on liquidity. Honestly, that actually doesn't seem terrible, honestly. Actually looks like we're back testing this. We might not get shorts. If London was manipulation, we might get expansion to this POC. Because remember, you also want to think, like, how can I fade everyone else? That's a big thing. Is like, how am I going to get in a position opposite of the rest of the people that are trading right now? It's kind of funny, but that's actually like a real thing you want to think. It really is. A little bit. So it's like a 15-minute IFG in all honesty. Look, it's like a 15-minute IFG setup if you think. So we're going to basically probably trade. I mean, at least I'm thinking to trade if this is accumulation, this is manipulation. I think we already got midnight manipulated down here, right? This was already manipulated. But then again, like, let me know your thoughts, because it's kind of unclear sometimes. Yeah, I mean, you could just say this is a 15-minute IFG. I would actually not even consider this a BPR. Just consider it an IFG. Because it's an instant V shape. And then maybe we just look for low time frame gaps to continue us higher. But then again, what you guys are all saying about the shorts, if we come up to the high, you know, definitely could be true. It's not easy, guys. It's not easy, but we'll see. Right, so basically it's a 15-minute BPR and IFG, because overlapping bearish for value gap, bullish for value gap. So what is that? SIBI and BISI create a BPR. It's a 15-minute inversion for value gap and BPR. So yeah, we're still just gathering information. We got 14 minutes to market open. I wouldn't be surprised if right on market open we just pump. I would not be surprised. And then at that point it's like, okay, how do I get an entry? So maybe right now we start really getting a look at these lower time frame gaps, and then looking to take longs off of them up to this. Let's see what everyone's saying. Trading, predicting, gambling. You opened YT to study, now you're stuck here. That's fair, bro. That's fair. Hey, we're live trading together. Trading is just, man. Hyper's exactly right. It's not predicting gambling in this. It's predicting gambling if you're not managing risk. If you're managing risk, you're trading. Period. Right? You're managing risk with probabilistic, predefined entry models, targeting liquidity pools, you know, predefined entry models that you've backtested thousands of times that target liquidity. This is not, if you're managing risk, you're not gambling. That liquidity pool ain't gonna work. Okay, well, we'll see. We're just gathering information. So this is possible, I would say, right? Maybe something like this is gonna run us up towards this. I wouldn't be surprised if something like that played out. But it looks like it's just been bullish structure since we voided down. Something like this could play out, but to be determined. It could also reverse off the 7 a.m. wick and daily volume balance high, so we'll see. Yeah, I think we should just get to the lower time frame. We literally got 12 minutes till the market opens. So with that in mind, next closest gap is really kind of just this 5-minute gap here. And also I do kind of want to use the new week opening gap and then figure out the CE of it, because if we get a reaction off of CE, that would increase the confidence I would have in whatever trade we'd take, right? So here's the new week opening gap. Here's the CE of, close, so close, open. Okay, so CE is gonna be in here. Oh, we already used it. Oh, I'm slightly late, bro. See, I gotta get the lower time frames faster. I missed the trade. You guys see the trade, right? I missed it. NWOG CE gets back tested within this 5-minute fair value gap, and then 30-second inversion or CISD off of it. You see how I missed that trade? It looks pretty bullish, guys. At least in my opinion. We might end up sweeping it again, but we'll see. Uh-oh. My screen just froze. What the heck? Alright. So for instance, 5-minute fair value gap. It's low time frame AMD is what this was, right? This is why I got to get to the lower time frames a little faster, which means maybe I should even get on the charts even earlier, but it's all good. Okay. I can see my name on your screen. Short AM. That's fair. Yeah, you can just see how this is a 5-minute AMD off the 5-minute 30-second. Actually, no, I would say 5-minute 15-second AMD. No, I'd say 5-minute 30-second AMD with this being CISD right here. So like this. But you know what? We'll also mark out the rejection block because it might end up giving shorts at market open. So we'll see. We'll see. 5-minute for value gap. And then like a 30-second change in state using CE of the NWOG. And look at the SMTs, by the way. We have a higher time frame SMT, lower time frame SMT. So like this. So 7 AM highs honestly feels like a pretty nice draw on liquidity. It almost feels like a data wick. Honestly, let's just call it a data wick because I think anything that looks like a data wick in my book is a data wick. So I'm gonna call it a data high. And now you can clearly see the buy model on the low time frame that's delivering us up towards it, right? Accumulation. It's very much trending right now to the upside. Now could it reverse? Yeah. But as of right now, I see it as trending. We're almost there to that data wick. So the trade you'd probably want to take is this. There was an inversion gap off of this. Could have taken. Yeah, accumulation, manipulation into the bottom of the gap, and now distribution. Now, could this be a short-term reversal area? Yeah, it could. We'll see. So there is manipulation, right? We should really get out the low time frame true opens. They're gonna form in just a second. Oh, the low time frame one already did. Okay. Where's the manipulation box? There it is. So accumulation, manipulation. We have a SMT into that, and then a SMT into the CISD. Huh. This is the hard part about trading, is like I feel like constantly behind just a little bit. Yeah, you can make money from trading on your phone, but yeah, I mean, you do have to have some money to trade, because you either have to buy a prop account or you have to, you know, open a personal, and so you gotta have some money. But so let's project this out 4 projections. We just hit 4 projections. We could reverse here, or we end up going to the liquidity pool, right? But we did just hit 4 projections. And you guys get why I say that, right? Because, you know, 4 projections usually a lot of time is a area for reversing. Okay, let's get out the low time frame true opens. I'm trying to get out everything. I'm trying to screenshot stuff. It's just hard. It's hard for me to, like, I feel like I'm just such a slow analyzer. I don't know. I just feel I've always been that way. Like with tests, with like playing chess, with getting, you know, analyzing everything correctly. Always been that way. It definitely feels like it's giving shorts right now. We're about to get 928, so I'm just going to pre-market because it's going to be around this area. And yeah, I mean, this is definitely a 5-minute 30-second model. Man. I want to get rid of this. Ah. We should play chess one day, Jake. Yeah, 100%. Let's play Roblox. Let's make a Roblox game. What? Alright, you make the Roblox server. I'm not making that. My cousins love Roblox, dude. My cousin and brother. Alright, market's gonna open in 1 minute. I feel like I just missed out, you know, but whatever, right? We might end up getting a reversal to the downside off of, I don't even know, but like it also just might pump, right? I guess let's just watch market open and kind of see what happens. It's kind of at 5 projections, so it also might just dump. Yeah. Either way, either thing could happen, honestly. I think I'll just sit here and watch price. Is there no SMTs with that high? Okay. Well, the idea that I was just framing out played out pretty nicely. Problem is, like, what other, like, there's literally no bearish for value gaps. There's none, because it's a void. So what am I supposed to do? It's a void. Honestly, I should maybe get on the charts sooner because I take so long to get on the start analyzing. But yeah, look at that. We're drawing up to the liquidity pool there. Honestly, this is kind of light bulb. but I just don't know if I'm bearish because I just don't know if I'm bearish. I think that there's a liquidity pool above, so I would just say it's probably not light bulb, but it might be. I don't know. I kind of prefer longs. There's no internal sweep. All help, little cousin. yeah, younger cousin. I don't know. I wouldn't take these personally because there's no internal sweep and liquidity pool above, but shorts might play out here, and they honestly probably will. I don't love the fact that there's not really a way to use a higher time frame PD ray, unless we could actually use a breaker. We could actually use this breaker here. Yeah, that actually works. It's a 15-minute breaker. So we're definitely getting CSD off of it. But I just don't know, because it kind of feels like really bullish. My chart feels messy, guys. New SMT formed. 1 minute fair value gap. I think it's just going to continue to the upside off of this. Like, this scalp will probably play out 1-to-1. But it hasn't closed yet. I'll go break even there, something like that. Or you wouldn't have to. Maybe go break even here. Problem is there's a new bearish SMT there now. I just think from experience that without internal liquidity sweeps, we really won't reverse when it's bullish like this. Could be wrong though. Yeah. Once again, none of this is me taking a trade for real. This ain't. I just don't think it's light bulb enough. Where's the first presented for value gap? Okay, this is the first presented for value gap. So if we inverse this, it could be bearish. Or if we use it as support here, we could get a long. Okay, I think the trade today is gonna be. Wait, that's not the first presented for value gap. Psych. We don't have one yet. I'm not little. I'm old enough to trade, I swear. Jake, do you trade on PC or laptop? I just use my laptop. I kind of want to clean up the chart a little bit. Once again, I want to just take the highest probability thing I can. price action doesn't look terrible. It's just trading is just hard. Trading is just hard. We obviously did use the breaker. We used the rejection block here. I also want to mark out the RTH gap CE. Yeah, RTH gap is to the upside. That alone could make price bullish. I'm trying to just, you know, be smart about this. I might just take a little break and use the bathroom. Looks like a new bullish SMT formed. It's kind of like a 5-minute implied gap here. We could be looking at a fill of the RTH gap. 30-second outside bar without an internal sweep. But it still could play out here. Five-minute for value gap, 15-second inversion. I like this. And then I would just take this up to the liquidity pool. Yeah, the 30-second inverses. This is the first spin for value gap, huh? Wait, is it? We don't have the first sign for value gap. Problem is, it kind of looks like a bearish market structure shift. I'll just tape read it then. It might fail. Kind of feels like a bearish market structure shift. I don't want to go against that. That's literally, if you find a reason not to take a trade, don't take it. So bearish first sign for value gap, we might use that. Yeah, I knew it was kind of sus the way that we I don't know. I just don't know if it's gonna go higher now that we got a rejection of this, which is a rejection block, and then we formed a fair value gap after kind of breaking structure here. How long you been trading? I've been trading for what? 33 months, 32 months, I can't remember. Five-minute bullish OB. Oh, yeah. let's look at that. Yeah, it's definitely a 5-minute bullish OB. There's a bearish SMT here. RTH gaps to the upside. Doesn't feel like internal liquidity sweep. Okay, let me clean this up a little bit. I'm mostly interested in the first presented for VIAG up here. I believe this is it. So we will get back above the true opens. This is a 5-minute gap. And there's a new day opening gap there. Perfect. It looks like it's a new week opening gap. Or, no, it's not. It's like, okay, I'm probably gonna look for, see how we use this. Wow, we're getting a lot of displacement. Huh. Look at how we took the true open. How's the daily volume balance? We're above it. We're above it. So it's not super relevant. $30 did not really even give a chance for anyone to get in. How's this new day opening gap looking? I feel like my chart's still such a mess. So yeah, we're gonna come up into this. It's gonna be above the true opens. I'm trying to make the best decision I can right now. It kind of feels like a bearish market structure shift on the the 1-minute chart, right? Like we swept out the data high, we got a break of this low, and then we're coming up into the first percent for VIAG gap. I like this actually a lot. This might play out, and I might be an idiot for not taking it. But I just don't like, I think the RR does not make sense, really. And there's an external gap. It's fine. I'm just trying to be careful here. Yeah, obviously we used that percent for VIAG gap to deliver us lower. We used the Phoenix model on the 15-second. How's the 5-minute look? 5-minute low-key looks like it's about to inverse. How's the 15-minute look? Yeah, it kind of feels like it might reverse here. But I mean, to be fair, this is also a breaker. Could we see continuation off of this? Maybe. We're back within the daily volume balance. There's CE. There's point whatever. We're at, yeah, it's a 1-hour order block that's been validated. Hang on a second. We actually have a 1 hour order block that's been kind of closed above already. I put a gradient on this. I don't think it's bearish, honestly. I think the chance for shorts was off that first center for value gap, and I didn't like it. Sorry, it's a little bit of a mess, but I'm trying to get everything that I want on the chart right now. Yeah, we'll probably get continuation to the upside. Okay. Whoops. Whoops. What is this? It's a 5-minute gap. Oh, that could get used again. Yeah, you know what might happen? We're gonna come back to equilibrium of this displacement. We have a low, right, resting underneath, and it will be the top of this, or the 1 hour wick of that order block. We're 7:30. Oh, I don't have 7:30 marked out. What the? Is this 7:30? 7:30 is all the way down there. Oh, we might have a Phoenix model off of this 5-minute rejection block. Oh man, I wish I could just get everything on the charts without it being chaos right now. Oh, I missed it. No! Yeah, that was good, dude. Wow, I missed that. Oh. I missed that, bro. That was a fire trade. If you caught that, good job, bro. I missed that. Oh, that was... I knew there was opportunity and I missed it. That was a 15-second outside bar and inversion. No. No. And I would have definitely TP'd with stop loss. So, we'd be up 5R right now. In 10 a.m., Trump last warning, so be cautious being in the trade. Yeah. Dude, there's too much on my charts. It's just hard. I'm trying my best. You know why this was so nice, guys? It's Phoenix model type C. And first I'm going to get rid of this, because this is too much on my charts right now. So this is the 1 hour OB, the 1 hour wick. This is what happened, is we basically came down and filled it almost, and then we used the 5-minute rejection block, and we got we had an SMT with it, and then we filled the RTH gap too. That is so disappointing. I could have even taken the first center for I getting inversed, but I mean, I don't know. It was a risky trade to do that. Dang. I missed that. Why is there so many things on my chart? It feels like it's just chaos right now. It's hard for me to get rid of stuff. So why sometimes I do need to stay on the lower time frames, because I just miss stuff. That was, if I'd seen that, I would have taken that. 100%. You guys see what the trade is, right? Inversion for value gap off of a rejection block with, we have Phoenix type. So we have Phoenix type B and Phoenix type C. Is this going to deliver us lower, do you think, guys? We kind of hit that RTH gap, which is my draw on liquidity. You don't trail stop loss, so it wouldn't make any difference. What you know what I mean? I don't put a technical trailing stop loss in, but I do stop loss. I do trail stop loss. I move it up manually. I think I gotta keep the chart a little more clean. But I was aware that we were probably gonna be bullish. Now that we filled the RTH gap, it might be bearish, honestly. But I don't know. I think higher time frame wants to see us come to the previous week's high here. Oh, we just got a new day opening gap right here, and there's a PSP off of it. Or it might be a PSP, but it's definitely something. It's a pin bar at least. Yeah, bro, I wouldn't mind taking this, but this is a trade I would not take on my real account. I would only take this on demo. This is seal of FA right here. Because the main reasons I don't like it, there's no internal sweep. No, you know, all the other stuff that you usually need to see. Low key might be a 30-second Venom model there. Actually, kind of just depends. I don't know if we took liquidity. What is this? Why is this on my chart still? I don't need that there. This is chaos. Okay, precision. So this is seal of FA. I would take this on demo. I'm not comfortable enough to take seal of FAs on my real account, and especially one that doesn't have like internal liquidity sweeps and stuff. Iran posted. Let's refresh the page. We still got an hour and 10 minutes left in my live trading window. Yeah, look, 6 minutes ago. Dang, bro, I wish I got an alert for that. Look at the IPG occurring into news. This inversion for value up occurs into news. What time was that at? 9:48? 6 minutes ago. My guess is that was the news right there. Isn't it crazy? It's like, you know, Red Flu News is supposed to be random, but it's like, no, it's not. It's not random. We just got an inversion for value gap with low resistance highs all through here with stacked SMTs. Like, so this wasn't random at all. This was actually just a perfect trade right at this, with news as the perfect excuse to deliver price. That's what it was. I'm trying not to force trades, really. Hold up. We got... Is that... I was going to say, the first line for value gap kind of lines up with the Reaper gap a little bit. The seal of FA is playing out. But now we have Venom model on the 32nd. So this might deliver us lower. But I'm not really trading shorts right now. Yeah, see, told you. But it still might. Should download Financial Juice. Heard it's good. Oh yeah, I technically got an alert for it. On Financial Juice. Oh gosh. If I saw that inversion for value gap, I would have taken it. It's like sometimes I just have to be on the low time frames to see it, because obviously I would have taken that if I saw it. I didn't see it. And then we had a seal of FA off the new day opening gap. Probably should have just taken that. But as you guys know, it's a little risky for me, because I'm just, you know, getting better and I don't want to mess up. Oh my gosh. I was completely right about basically everything. I don't want to force a trade. I just don't. This is a 30-second outside bar as well. Like, I wonder if there's a way for me to turn in my settings. I wonder if there's a way for me to turn financial juice on like notifications that alert me even when my phone's silent. Thought about taking the first cent value up short. Man, I missed the IFG off of it. Price is really nice today. I'm just not seeing it. Dang. This might be a 2022 model back down. But it also might inverse this because it's super bullish right now. This actually might be silver bullet. We got a pin bar at 10 a.m. Was that off of anything? Ooh, kind of looks like it was. What's that? New week opening gap? Efficiently delivered? But the problem is, it's clearly bullish. I don't know. But 10 a.m. is known to reverse and stuff. It's using this 1 minute gap in continuation. We efficiently filled the 1 minute gap. Okay. Like, I knew it was bullish. I did my high time frame analysis. I knew it was bullish. I might just not take a trade today because I don't wanna take a loss. I am aware price action has been really nice today, but I don't know. It's not giving it what I want, or giving me what I want right now. This outside bar, it very well might just be like a scalp, but this is probably gonna deliver us a little higher here. And once again, like I don't know. I just feel like the conditions are not going to be amazing within the moves here. I'm concerned there's a, it pushes up into a Phoenix model. It's like, I don't know. My chart is just a mess. That is all I know. I'm trying not to force a trade. I might not get a trade. You know how much happier I would be with no trade rather than a loss? Even though price action's been super clean, like I obviously missed I didn't take the first cent for value up short. I should have been on the 5 second. And then I didn't take there was 2 different trades off of this new day opening gap. There was this IFG on the 5 and the 15 second and the 10 second off the new day opening gap, and then there's the see, told you this is not. And then there's the 1 minute inversion. I'm trying to keep my chart clean, guys. It's not easy. Like, it is not easy right now. Hi. Do you need to turn my stream off?
So I just want to take a shower. Should I go in next door?
Yeah. I don't want to take a loss, dude. This inversion could be a low time frame trade. Let's get true opens back up. Macro's ending. I don't really want to short. I don't know. I don't want a long either. I feel like we're drawing up the previous week's high. I think I'd prefer longs, so I'll just be patient, and I don't think we'll get shorts because I think we have just really clear draws and liquidity to the upside, like for instance previous week's high and previous month's high. So I'm not gonna short. I'm probably only gonna long, and yeah, that's just how I'm feeling right now. Look, and remember the low resistance liquidity over there? It's the perfect excuse now to go up to that. It might just be aggressive continuation, but I don't know. Now we've had internal sweeps. And we might have efficiently filled the new week opening gap. I'm trying my best, guys, and I really don't want to take a loss. So if I don't see anything I love, I'll just chill. I really don't want to take a loss. Is this closing as a precision swing point? This one did. Wait, no, it didn't. But it closed as a pin bar. I haven't really looked at SB Pro yet today. That's a mistake. Selling. We're getting selling into these highs. Made a seller of 100. I feel like that's just bullish, isn't it? Wills that will eventually be liquidated at previous week's high and previous month's high. Okay, is there a 5-minute gap anywhere? 15-minute gap? Probably gonna look for that. 5-minute gaps to continue price, 15-minute gaps to continue price. Really only one gap, and that's a 3-minute gap. Yeah, it doesn't feel bearish. Like, I feel like we're just going to continue to the upside. Let's glance at the hourly chart. Yeah, look at that hourly candle. Does that look bearish? To me, no. To me, especially with LRLR above and draws on liquidity above, I think low time frame gaps will continue price. How'd the 4-hour close? I mean, now the 4-hour also. Let's just get rid of this for just a second. 4-hour closed with good displacement as well. But that doesn't mean that we can't get a 4-hour power of 3. So let's take a look at 4-hour stat map. Probably get continuation here. So 4-hour statistical manipulation puts us there. We might not go that far down. There's no gap down there. I mean, there is a rejection block. I really don't want to take a loss. I'm gonna try not to take a trade unless it's like really good. Could market open lows be the draw on liquidity? Problem is, we had so many whales market buying there that I kind of feel like they will be liquidity at whatever highs are up here. Guys, I'm If I'm not sure, I'm just gonna chill. I'm trying my best. There was the inversion on the 15-second at 9:46 or 9:47 that I just missed. And there was also a 30-second outside bar that I liked that I missed. Yeah, I feel like the objective right now is the previous week's high. And we have equilibrium of this around here as well. Hmm. Well, I would consider this a version of my implied gap, right? Where you have a, basically, merge all the candles together, you have a gap. So that makes things simple for me. So I'm looking at 4-hour stat map. I'm looking at my 5-minute implied gap here. And I'm looking at these bullish SMTs in all honesty. And so 5-minute implied gap, 4-hour manipulation. Shorts have not been punished as of recently. So, I mean, could we be looking at longs soon? Maybe. This is equilibrium. Remember that rejection block? I kind of think that that rejection block will be nice. Right here, what is that, on the 5-minute or the 3-minute or the 2-minute or the 1-minute? We also have this Reaper imbalance here. No internal sweep. I really like the Reaper imbalance there. If I had to just say, like, I only want to do one thing right now, I would say I only want to take a trade when we hit this Reaper imbalance, and then we go higher, which would also be the first minute for value gap. So if I really could only pick one thing to do right now, I would just be waiting for this. And then I would see this whole thing as accumulation. Yeah, sometimes it's best to just focus in, dial in on one really obvious point of price. For me, that's this Reaper gap right here. And then we would be very much back into a discount. Kind of feels like this is an external gap. I don't think this will break. This, yeah, this 1 minute external gap I think is gonna reject price. Unless it inverses, but we'll see. Let's tape read a short off of this. I don't think this is gonna break. We just got a precision swing point. I'm trying to get the colors right. Okay. I was obviously wrong about that. Alright, I'm just gonna go use the bathroom real quick. Hey! Whoa, what's that? Hi. Okay. Dude, that was cool. What just happened? We could be looking at longs if this inverses. It just inversed. I don't mind this at all. Should I try this? Is this a macro? I should probably be taking this right now. We just got to change in state, I guess. I don't know. It's just not great. We might just be, once again, if I had to pick, sometimes you just have to say, if I just had to pick one thing I wanted to do right this exact, yeah, we have a 5 minute external gap, so I wouldn't take that. Like, if I had to pick one thing I wanted to do right now, it'd be, I just want to sit here and wait for this Reaper and then take longs. Sometimes that is like the best way to go in all seriousness. You just sit and say, okay, I'm going to do nothing until I see this exact thing that I want. And so I might tape read shorts off of this because It's a giant 5-minute external gap. We have a rejection block here. Once again, sometimes what happens, you guys remember what I always say? Sometimes what happens is we get an inversion for value gap into a rejection block, and then that delivers price lower. Something like that, right? How's SB Pro look? We still have all the sellers, but I don't know. So 30-second rejection block. Yeah, we're definitely getting something here. I don't know. Suspicious. Oh, someone said something. Like, I want to take this on paper, but I can't take trades on paper when I'm doing live trading. So I just gotta. I would take this on paper though. This is a good paper trade. Good practice. And why? Because it's an external gap that hasn't been broken, and a rejection block after a low time frame inverse. And I just know from experience that these rejection blocks after the IFEG with SMT rip price back towards the opposing drawn liquidity. Like, it'd be fun to try this on paper. I don't want to confuse my viewers to make them think that it's a real trade when it's not. So once again, this is just a 5-minute gap. That's, it's an external gap. It could break. If it does break, I mean, you could just maybe just take longs, but we'd have to see. We came back above this true open here. We're above the 90-minute, and we do not have the new true open yet. So, we're back within this 30-second rejection block. It just might end up using this rejection block now. So I will paper trade still, but I'll do it on my phone. Yeah, I like that idea actually. So that's how I don't confuse you guys. Is if I want a paper trade, I'm gonna do it on my phone, and you guys will be like, it won't be confusing because I'll be on my phone. Yeah, so I'd probably go like, whoops. It's not gonna let me do it though. Ah, dang. Yeah, so once again, I'm higher time frame bullish. It's just I need to I don't know. I just need to see this 5-minute gap, external gap break. If it's not gonna break, that's an issue, right? See, once again, there you go. It's doing its thing. Maybe could I short if we got an outside bar here? Maybe, but I'm not. I'm not a super big fan of shorts right now. This inversion ended up playing out, which is interesting. Outside bar just formed on the 5-second. I'm trying to log into my paper account on my phone because I think it'd be fun to take a paper trade. Oh, it's not gonna let me. I just remembered why. This ain't bad for a real trade, honestly. This would be a perfect example of Khufu stack. How you would stack entries, right? You would enter on that 5-second outside bar, then 15-second inversion, and then now you're in with twice the size, and then if it hits the draw on liquidity, then you're gonna absolutely bank. But I'd be break even at that. Once again, it's hard because I'm bullish. You need to go. You can talk in Discord if you want, in chat of Jake. Sounds good, FA. I'll see you later. Unfortunately, I don't know what I'm gonna get here. I don't like shorts. I don't like longs with the way we're back in premium. I'll like longs if we come back down to my Reaper gap. It's not mine. It's ICT's, but you know what I mean. So in the future, I'll just do paper trades on my phone. Oh my gosh. It's like I don't see anything obvious, so we're not using that anymore. Once again, I think eventually it's going to drop the previous week's high. I don't want to force a trade. If I don't see anything, I guess I'll just try not to take a trade. That's just, I don't know. We might end up wicking down. Maybe we don't even come back all the way to discount. This stays high resistant, and then it continues to the upside like this. Then we end up with Dynamis, right? Something like that actually might play out. Honestly, that's not a bad idea. It could just stay like pretty bullish, and we have a Looks like maybe a propulsion block. Order block, propulsion block. As much as I want to see that Reaper get hit, I don't know if it will get hit. I mean, guys, should I take like a change of state off the propulsion block? It might be worth a try. I just don't think at this point. I think it's probably gonna stay bullish. I don't think it's gonna go off. It's gonna go higher off that Reaper. So maybe just mark this out. I mean, it might go down to that gap. This is the tricky part. Like, I don't want to force a trade. But if it just became AMD to the upside here, I'd want to be, you know, I'd want to get in on that. We'll see. It kind of feels like AMD to the upside. Below the low time frame true open, the new one. I might just taper it if it happens, because it's not like light bulb. It's just kind of what I want to see at this point. Or you know what's better? Let's use this as order block. This is propulsion block. Yeah, that makes more sense. Much more sense. That's a little more obvious. Once again, I'm kind of feeling this previous week's high is kind of like the target. Might just use the wick of it. By Karate. I wish I had more, what's the word, to work with. I wish I had the first line for value gap. I wish I had literally anything else, but whatever. We'll have the macro at 1050. So if we get anything in the macro, then I'll probably take it. If not, then I probably won't take it. So we're just gonna wait. If there's something light bulb right into the macro, I'll probably take it. For longs, I won't take shorts. I'm trying my best. I'm trying so hard to be patient. If I mess up, oh well. Oh well. I might. If I do, oh well. So 1 minute gap there. So that might end up getting used. I'm not opposed to maybe just going off of that 1 minute gap. I know it's not the first center for value gap, but it just looks pretty decent. So I could change and stay off of that. I might taper to see if this is a short. Let's see, what time? 7 minutes till the macro. Do you guys think we would get anything here? No. Here's our accumulation. There's one projection down. The bottom of the 1 minute for value gap. Once again, I'm aware. I think it's drawing up. I'm just trying to enter when it's right. Nobody's 100% right, but you're 100% genuine. Oh, thanks, Snowman. I appreciate that. Yeah, it might be 11 a.m. reversal. It's a very good point, Snowman. I think I'm just going to wait for the 10:50 to 11:10 macro. And if there's something obvious, we'll probably go down to the lower time frame. If there's something obvious on the 15 or the 5 second going into that, I'll probably try it. If there's not, then I probably won't. I'll just be okay with no trade for today. We're definitely in a deep premium. We have a rejection block. To me, this feels like accumulation. So now we're above the true opens. Problem is, I'm bullish. Like, I don't want to short. Every time I'm like, we get it, maybe like I'm like, I don't want to short, right? It's like I don't want to. Feels wrong. I know we have previous week's high above. I know we have previous month's high above. It's like it's trying to get me to short so I can be liquidity. Oh, guys, it's not easy. It's not easy. But with the macro coming, it might give shorts. Could they try to take out the top of new week open gap? Yeah, I think they barely just they either top ticked it or they barely missed it by like a tick. So that's 100% possible. I don't think I'm gonna take shorts, even if this played out. Like, I'm not taking shorts. For me, it's just not. It's not a good trade that I want to take right now. So I'm just not really interested. You know, not taking a loss to me is better than a win. But this is definitely possible that this shorts plays out. I mean, you know, it's definitely possible, right? But if it plays out, that means that we should get longs after. And we might even get longs sooner than we're thinking if this plays out, because yeah, we might get longs sooner than we're thinking. Once again, I'm not bearish. We got SMT. We just souped both these low time frame true opens. I'm thinking this is high resistant. We're going into the macro. I might try longs. We already had a failed short. But yeah, previous week's high should be the draw. If I went in longs, and yeah, ideally you'd want to close above the volume balance, but I just don't know if that's gonna for sure happen. I think it's high resistant, and with this newly formed bullish SMT, very much considering trying this. I wonder. Oh, do we have 1052 yet? We're gonna need to wait for 1052. Make sure it gets manipulated. At least I'm going to. But like, this is something super strange, but I noticed it from my back testing. It's like, okay, so accumulation, this is really weird, but accumulation is like here. Manipulation maybe would be either here or, yeah, maybe. Hi. Manipulation might come in the form of using this rejection block. And then we're about to form the low time frame, the 1052 true open. Now this might inverse and then we go higher, but maybe we need to get internal sweep into this, like boom, boom. It might not though. It might just go higher right here. What is it? It's 1050. We'll see. I probably won't take this. I mean, it's about to inverse, and it very well might just deliver us higher. Actually, it's not bad. I think it's. I kind of want to wait for 1052. It's not bad. It's probably gonna play out. Yeah. Oh my gosh, I should have taken it. Rip me, bro. But I will just be patient. 1052.30 just opened. Honestly, it could still reject this rejection block. And then the high resistant liquidity could just be like right here. Yeah, we just pushed up into the rejection block. I don't know if this play out. Wonder if there's such a thing as inversion rejection blocks. Like I swear, like if this rejection block got closed above, that'd be really good for longs. An inversion RB. Nah, but that kind of makes sense to me though. If you close above a rejection block, you're probably gonna deliver to the opposing whatever. Hey, Nigerian. Well, I was right about that long. I could have just tried that for 1R, honestly. I'm just trying to really not mess up here. And how ideal would it be if we came back below the true opens again and then finally went higher? But it's the macro. We're getting a precision swing point off of the high of the new week opening gap. So here's Cosmic Edge if you want to try that. Did we just get it? Yeah, so we just got Cosmic Edge, which is my new model where it's precision swing point or pin bar or outside bar off of a gradient of a new week opening gap or a new day opening gap or whatever or any imbalance. So this is the off of the high of the new week opening gap. But once again, I don't want shorts right now. I should have taken this trade. It was light bulb. I mean, I liked it a lot. I just could tell, like, with these SMTs and with this old inversion failing, that this inversion should at least deliver us up to, you know, and with this being high resistant, this inversion would deliver us up to that high. Macro's delivering. And we have a low time frame IFG there. It's so annoying, like knowing price where it wants to go and just watching it play out. I was gonna say it, like, I was like, guys, like, this is gonna be like a weird AMD, but accumulation and then manipulation's kind of occurring at the midpoint of the accumulation. This is so weird. Or actually, no, I would consider this the manipulation. Yeah, accumulation, manipulation, and then this is an inducement. Might just close the charts before I do something dumb. I don't think I'm gonna get anything now. Tough. But you're not a breakout trader. Would you wait for rejection then short FEG to the downside? No, because I'm bullish. I was gonna take this. I'm just gonna call it before I do something dumb. I almost took this. I was this close. I was this close. It was a good trade. Probably would just take this up to the rejection block and I'd just gone out 1R. That's probably what I would have done. I was this close to taking that. We're getting a lot of displacement. Once again, I'm probably just gonna take something dumb at this point if I don't get off the charts. Hey, we might get something if this volatility keeps going up here. We might get something. It's the value of just waiting till the end of the live trading window. We just soup the true open. Maybe we get an internal sweep or something here. Still high resistant liquidity. We just got a new SMT. Low key, we're still in the macro. If this inverses, Is there a new low time frame true open? Yeah, 1058. We're beneath that as well. So, 2 cons. IFG indicator wants shorts. I think we're going for previous week's high. Bearish IFG indicator wants shorts. I mean, maybe if we inverse this gap. Looks like we're using this breaker. Might end up being low resistant. But I'm not bearish. It's a propulsion block, bro. It's a 5-minute propulsion block. OB. Okay, wait. This is textbook Dynamis. One of the most textbook Dynamis setups. 5-minute OB, 5-minute PB. We got a PB. We got a fair value gap. Drop down to a 30-second or 15-second. I'm going to take this if we get it. We already got a 15-second outside bar at the low there. This is a textbook propulsion block. This ain't even like kind of a propulsion block. This is textbook. Sorry, it's a mess. How's orders looking? Buyers, we got a lot of buyers there. That's a big reason why we reversed. But the thing is I just don't know. Is it gonna be high resistant or is it gonna be low resistant? It's very well possible we're just gonna turn low resistant because we filled the new week opening gap. Okay, I have a hard time seeing that it's gonna be staying high resistant. I think it's gonna inverse and then we'll be low resistant. We're about to get the short. Did that inverse? That did not inverse. I'm conflicted. I don't know if this is going to be a high resistant or low resistant liquidity curve. I want to stay bullish, but there's definitely cons to being bullish here with the new week opening gap getting filled. This might end up being like a really good trade. right? I'm aware. Yo, you know what? I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna take it.
Order filled.
What is that? Previous week's high. So I'll do, the classic, just one off.
Order filled.
I feel like I have a responsibility to go break even now. A TP with stop loss here. do one off at 4 projection. Let's do one off at, yeah, one off at 4 projection. Come on, don't stop me out. Come on.
Stop filled.
Alright, last one will go off at this high, actually. Unless we get really good displacement through it. Oh my gosh. Just depends how much displacement we would get off of this. Like if we just started going boom, then I would TP with stop loss. But otherwise, I'm just gonna TP normally.
Stop filled. Alright, that's my trade for today. I can tell we're probably going to go up 4 and 7 projections, but, you know, yeah, you got to make sure you make money. Should I have taken all off at 2 projections? Maybe. This is the tricky thing. This is the tricky thing about trading is, obviously, I think this trade is still probably going to go hit 4 projections. I think it's still probably going to go hit 7 projections, but like I said, I gotta just make sure I make money too. So I don't know, it's hard. That's why I didn't want it to stop me out, but obviously it did on the back when it came back to where it went. So, but like, I do think we will go 4 projections. I do think we will hit previous week's high like this. Anyway, I'm done for the day. Maybe should have taken another one off here, but you know, some days you will get those big wins, and you got to make sure you capitalize on those big days. So okay. Anyway, obviously trailing out was beneficial here because look, it keeps going down now, so Alright, guys. I'm going to be done for the day. Thank you, whoever watched this far. And I will see you guys in the next one. Alright, peace out, guys.